The concert in Belfast just before Christmas, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to give it all tonight. I had such a great time. Amazing.
Well, you guys are amazing too. It was a great night. It was fantastic, and it takes two to tango.
I tell you what, I've never been in a crowd of more excited people.
That was probably my mum and dad you were sitting next to.
No, it so wasn't.
I remember I went out to take in the last few numbers of Deacon Blue, who, for those listening in, they opened the night and their seats on their feet and going for it, and I just thought this is what we need, and it was a great night. But then I wasn't surprised. We've had great nights through our career in your neck of the woods, and it was great nevertheless to see. It was the first time we'd played in that hall. And obviously it's given us a hunger to get back. Having
a listen to the new album and even the first single for release, Rockets, there are so many elements of not the old, I hate to say the old Simple Minds, but
no, I know what you mean.
It's full of energy. And in fact, lyrically, that new album is phenomenal.
As a lyric writer, I'm going to be going to Charlie Birchall, my partner, and asking for a rise. But thank you very much. Thank you. I mean, you know, all the great bands had their own language, their own way of saying things. They're the things that you know, music gets you moving. Mm-hmm. But when you get the words and music together and it's whispering something else in your ear, it's a great thing. One
of the new songs on the new album, Graffiti Soul, is called Light Travels. Yeah. And I thought, you know, that's a really good song as well.
That's a great song. I mean, I have to give the credit to that. I'll give you a little story here, how when we were starting our band in Glasgow in 1978, there was another band in Scotland. You know, we thought there's only us, everyone else is pretenders to the throne, but there was a great band called Those French Girls, despite the fact there wasn't a girl in the band, and they had more talent in their pinkies than us, but for whatever reason it never panned out for them. But the main guy, a fellow called Sean Kelly, who lives in London now, Sean has never stopped writing, and we kept in touch with Sean, and he comes up with these ideas occasionally that just, you know, knocks us on our backs, and he came up with the original idea for Light Travels. It's a beautiful song.
It's an absolutely gorgeous song. What would be your favourite track from the album if you had a track to choose?
Well, I kind of like the opening track. I mean, the opening track called Moscow Underground I think is a great opener. I think it's somehow, I mean, we had a wee bit of a debate. Charlie Birchall, songwriting partner, he said, hang on a minute, Jim, you know, we've done this really commercial record and you want to open with the most dark track on the album, and I was saying to him, yeah, but it's sexy and dark.
Yeah.
And it lets you know what's to come, and as well it's very, very mysterious, but great energy and you know, hell of a tune as well.
I know a lot of your older albums, there's a real cry for freedom, you know, in a world of injustice, and a lot of the older stuff, like the likes of Mandela Day and Belfast Child. Would you say there's a track on this album that would be maybe one of those kind of songs?
Well, I think, in a way, you almost mentioned it, Light Travels. I think it is a song that sort of encompasses a lot of different things and has something universal about it. I mean, the songs you mentioned there, we were young men, and, you know, they were the themes of the day, and we wanted to, I mean, pop music can be great when it's most banal, and at the same time it can be at its best when it's the most sort of profound, and you know, when we look back in our songs, you could say arguably our biggest songs are, well, actually there's no argument, you would say Don't You Forget About Me, Belfast Child. Now one's a piece of pop candy floss, yet it's a great track. Belfast Child, on the other hand, people say, well, that'll never be a commercial success. It's 8-minute long kind of Celtic ballad, and it went to number one in so many places throughout the world. So and we're just glad to have both types of songs in our set.
Listen, Jim, thank you so much. It's been great speaking to you.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure. You take care.